Alison, boy, this is getting to be a habit and a good one, isn't it?
I was going to say, if there's a habit to pick up, it's having state championship parades. And if you remember back in 2023, we were live on top of a Jeep to celebrate that state championship. Well, I have news for you again. We are live on the top of a Jeep to celebrate a softball state champion. Line of Jeeps behind us, guys. How many Jeeps do we have? A dozen. All the softball players are in them. Now, in my Jeep, I have the privilege of being with head coach Aniston Gano, Derek White, assistant coach, and you guys are Lanier County High School alums from Lakeland, Georgia. How much more special is it to bring home a state championship to your hometown?
I think it's super special.
Taylor, I know you never got the chance to cover Sioux Simmerall, but if there is one person who deserves to have their face blown up on a poster, it's the former Florida State head women's basketball coach. Now, Jason said his coach, that one of the best parts about Levi is that his mind just works so differently. So sometimes during the middle of a match, he'll pull out these moves and Jason's like, where did you learn this? Like, this is not a real move.
Room rug slash wrestling mat.
Yeah, the wrestling mat.
He just kind of goes through it in his head and he makes it happen, and I just love it for him. He's killing it.
Julie, you always hear when something bad happens, when disaster strikes, look for the helpers. And I'm happy to tell you today, the Florida State, members of the Florida State Athletic Department are helping the Florida State students. Hundreds of students are here lined up waiting to get a meal. We've got hamburgers, some hot dogs, and serving up these hot dogs, like I said, members of the Florida State athletic staff themselves. Athletic Director Michael Alford putting the dog in the bun here.
Don't
today,
mess up my rhythm.
I'm trying not to. We're going to multitask. Obviously today, tragedy here at Florida State. When was this decision made to help these students, to give them a nice hot meal for tonight?
Our heart goes out to the community.
You guys, obviously, a lot of emotion here at Florida State. I mean, you heard Michael Alford. It's that unconquered spirit. It's something that they want to do to give back to these students, and they're working hard. I mean, they're getting it done. Cindy Hartman, like he said, right over here as well. And again, hundreds of students lined up to get these meals tonight. Florida State baseball was supposed to start that series with Virginia tonight. 7 o'clock was that first pitch. Again, all home events have been canceled here at Florida State. That also includes spring practice for the Florida State football team. Hey, Abby, Thomas County Central has lost just one game at home dating back to 2022. That was to Roswell in the state quarterfinals. Tonight, the Jackets Nest hosting the state semifinals. The opponent, once again, it was Roswell, but this time, a trip to Atlanta for the state championship game was on the line. So a trip to Atlanta up for grabs with a win. Roswell 12-1 on the year. The Jackets an undefeated 13-0. Visiting Hornets scored on their opening drive. Thomas County Central, they returned the favor. Handoff to none other than Deuce Lawrence. And the Deuce is loose. 30 yards to the house. We got ourselves a tie ball game. Second quarter now, knotted at 14. Trey Smith, the keeper. Easy 6 for Roswell, and the extra point is good. Hornets move on top 21-14. But here come the Jackets. Jalen Johnson, the dime to Rodney Dunbar, who makes the nicer grab. Touchdown Central, and we're tied at 21-all. That's your halftime score. Early 3 Central, taking their first lead of the game. Handoff to you-know-who, Deuce Lawrence, who throws the stiff arm, and he's out of here. 35-yard touchdown, and Central leads 28-21, and they wouldn't look back. Late in the third and 18 on their own 46. No problem. Handoff to number 2, who does the rest of the work. He finds the sideline, and he's gone. Deuce with 5 touchdowns, the final, nailing this one down. 49-28, the final score from Thomas County Central, about a 1, and now the Jackets are headed to the bins.
It just shows you the character of them and the maturity of them.
And that 5A state championship game next Wednesday night, 7:30 kick inside the bins. And as you can see, the guys, they were celebrating. So you know what? I'm going to celebrate with them. Let's go to the bins, guys. Thomas County Central next Wednesday.
Today's Board of Trustees meeting was supposed to start at 3 o'clock, but wouldn't you know, today was the day that a nationwide Zoom outage would happen. That meeting now scheduled to be at a later date to be determined. That proposed contract, though, it's online.
and it's 17 pages long.
And you mentioned playing at home. You've been here 4 years, and for those that don't know, the Jackets Nest, you don't want to come here. You have lost one home game in that 4 years' time. And what people may not know, the team you lost to were these guys, Roswell. So I know a little bit of revenge may be on the mind, but this game means a lot to you guys from that standpoint, but also because you get to go to Atlanta if you win it.
There's no doubt.
It's a big game. The kids knew it was a big game. They don't have to get up for it. This team does so many things right, Ryan, and you and I have said it from the jump.
They make it
look
so easy.
And Houston County is a good football team. Coach Rodgers talked about their defense. They have a really good defense, and Central just sliced them up.
You talk about a familiar community, and I know this is a job that you said if you had the chance, you would want to come back here. And I don't know if you know this, but Athletic Director Michael Alford said that he's had his eye on you for a couple of years. When that dream kind of became a reality, how did that all initiate? And again, now that you are here, is it still kind of a pinch me moment that what you wanted to do is actually happening?
Yeah, 100%.
The Childs High School volleyball team, the defending 5A state champs. That's them celebrating last year. The Timberwolves eyeing back-to-back titles now, and their journey to do that began tonight in the regional quarterfinals. Choctaw, the opponent, Childs, taking the first two sets here, on to the third. Nice rally going here until Logan Abernathy. She's going to get in the way for the T-Wolves. The big block puts the home team up 8-4 over Choctaw. Visitors, they came to play tonight. Janiyah Brown set up. She's going to slam home the kill. Indians get within 2, 15-13, but the T-Wolves, they put that distance back between them. Avery Banks set up, and nobody going to touch that one. Childs closes it out. Go ahead and get out those brooms. The Timberwolves, they are moving on.
Back to the hardwood, a rivalry we all love to witness. Rickards at Godby, fourth quarter for you guys. Raiders on top. Gabrielle Schultz, she lets this one fly. Love a good bounce, too, from the rim. Raiders up 48-30. Cougars, though, not backing down. Michael Bradham gonna poke it away. Easy lay-in. She cuts it to 12, but Rickards, they had an answer for everything tonight. On the other end, Anaya Chandler coming up with the steal. She's gonna miss this, but that's what teammates are for. Courtney Williams there with the putback. Rickards gets the dub tonight, 54-44. Love a good rivalry game, Jacob.
Yeah, those are fun.
Year in and year out, the Thomasville High School boys soccer team is one of the best in South Georgia. With 2 state championships to their name, the Bulldogs look to add a third to their resume on Tuesday night as they face Armurchie for the Single A Division I state title. The Bulldog faithful making the trip and showing up and showing out Tuesday night in Powder Springs, and they were in for a treat. This one did not disappoint. Tie game here in the first half. Gio Uloa gets by the defender, sneaks it right past the Armurchie keep. It's 2-1 Dogs. Indians tie it before the half. Second half, they would take the lead. Gabe DeHart gets the job done, and it's 3-2. Thomasville with a lot of fight. They've shown it all season, and they showed it Tuesday night. Fareed Gonzalez, a beauty to the back of the net, but DeHart hard to contain. A hat trick for the Indian senior, his third and final goal of the night, getting by the Bulldogs, and that is the game winner. 4-3 the final score. Thomasville settles for state runner-up.
The bounces went their way.
So a tough loss and a hard-fought matchup for Thomasville on Tuesday night, but good news. The Bulldogs return 9 of their starters for next season. In Powder Springs, Georgia, Alison Posey, WCTV Sports.
Great game tonight out in Blountstown. Madison County, of course, the defending state champs. This guy is the guy you wanted to watch, Amari Thomas. He recently flipped to Florida State. Stud running back. Madison County going to get on the board first. They finished the job. LJ Crumity, the keeper, 6-0 boys. Early lead for them. Second quarter, this is why Florida State wants Thomas, guys. The direct snap, Cowboys trying to bring him down. Yeah, he's too strong. Powers through, takes it to the house, 60 yards. Goodbye. And the little tomahawk chop at the end there because, Florida State connect. Got to see it. Got to love it. Later, 13-6 Blountstown. How about Thomas again? The handoff. And once again, going to get out of trouble. Finally going to be brought down inside the 5-yard line. Blountstown would score soon after to make it a 19-6 game. Just before the half, Cowboys trying to score, keep it close, but a fumble recovered by, you guessed it, number 4, Amari Thomas. He does it all, runs it back all the way. This one coming down to the final seconds. Madison scores with 30 seconds to go. They couldn't get the 2 points. They fall 33-32. Mistakes like that. That was the difference maker tonight. Tough loss for Madison County.
We all knew what havoc that winter weather caused on sports schedules last week. The Tallahassee State College softball team was supposed to open their season at home on Friday. That, of course, didn't happen. So today, the Eagles' home debut instead. Florida Gateway College, the opponent. Mercy rule win for TSC in game number 1, game 2. Scoreless here in the third, 2 on. Lauren Riffenberg changes that, paints this one down the left field line. Both runners plate. It's 2-0 TSC, part of a 3-run third inning for the Eagles. That's the score until the top of the 6th. Visitors tie it up thanks to an error, and then they take the lead. Haley Cook gets one by the diving second baseman, pushing the go-ahead run across. Wolves would score 6 in the 6th, so Eagles have 6 outs to take the lead, and they get it here. Aubrey Alonso getting the job done. The rope to left, more than good enough. Eagles take game 2 in walk-off fashion, 7-6. For some, it may just look like a lake. For others, it's the dream worth working towards.
I went skiing with some buddies that day, and I remember standing on the step and just going, oh, I could just do this.
Carter Eaton was in between jobs.
Now's the time I could just chase this.
When that dream of becoming a professional water skier began to look more like reality.
That looked like a blast, and I was like, I really, maybe someday. And, well, someday. We built this in 2 weeks last fall and 10 days this spring.
Carter grew up skiing as a kid in Alaska. He became more serious about the sport in college, and now he's living full-time in his van, chasing that dream.
It is what I needed to do to go where I wanted to go.
All right, here we go.
A lot of days, wake up at the beach or in a parking lot and go for a run, find a way to shower, make a big breakfast, and then I go ski somewhere.
He's all in, documenting his adventures on YouTube.
Good morning.
And skiing as much as he can.
Kind of what I tell myself on the days I don't want to live in a van is that, well, there's a reason I'm living in a van.
Because this isn't just a lake, it's a dream come true.
I look at what my life is right now and I just think, oh my God, I'm chasing the thing that I love the most, and this is what I want to do. A year ago, when this was just kind of a seed, if I could look at myself now, I'd be really proud of what I've done and really grateful to be here.
Last summer, we introduced you to Paige Nodarse, an inline speed skater from Tallahassee who represented the United States at the World Skate Games. Paige back for year number 2 now with Senior Team USA, and she's working hard to make sure this year's championships are a memorable one. Any given morning, cycling under the canopy roads in Tallahassee, you can almost guarantee you'll find 19-year-old Paige Nodarse.
Like around 40 miles if I'm not doing the gym, and I do that for 6 days a week.
Intense training.
I might as well go work out, and if I go work out, I might as well do it 100%.
But it's made Paige one of the best inline speed skaters in the country.
I know they stare at me like in my skin-tight suit and like big skates. They're like, what is she doing? The gym helps with strength and like explosiveness. Cycling can help with constant power being put down into the ground.
Paige back to represent the USA on the senior team for the 2nd year at the World Championships for inline speed skating. But this year, it means a little bit more.
I'm really grateful to be able to do this again, especially after the injuries at team trials.
Paige fell twice while trying to qualify this year, forcing her to try and make the team while skating injured.
Back in 2022, I fell at that and I didn't make team that year. This year, considering I fell twice and I was still able to make team like comfortably, that was the biggest relief, is seeing how much I've grown.
A testament to growth and to her training.
I had the dream of going to the Olympics ever since I was like 6. Sometimes I'll just be like, oh, I am on Team USA. And then other times it just feels like any other day.
Any other day under those canopy roads. And those championships are next month in China. So it's a little bit of a world traveler. Now, she said she trains about 25 hours a week. She has 1 day off. She said she likes to eat a lot,
sleep a lot, and she'll do schoolwork on that day off.
Okay, so we have that part in common.
Yeah. Gotta eat and gotta sleep to keep
All
up.
right, that's awesome, Alison. Thank you.